Hello, hello. Всем hello. Так, this is my first collaboration actually, so I need help. Это, в общем, моя первая такая коллаборация, друзья, поэтому помогите мне, пожалуйста. Дайвин, я вижу, что Дайвин уже здесь. Дайвин, please. Could you help? Oh, yeah. Like that. Perfect. Thank you, Daiv.
Hello, hello, my darling. Can you see
Hello.
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can hear you.
Great. I'm
Okay.
just checking filters.
Okay, we can use even filters here.
Yeah, so we need to choose which ones we want. If you click on the face, so choose the one which is purple one. It's a very good one usually.
Purple with glasses.
No, it has some kind of stars there or something.
It's raining.
Yeah, because the purple one, because I have first an orange one and then I have a purple one. Okay. Very nice.
Well, I'm sorry. No filters for me. No filters. I will stay natural. So, Daivin, and hello everyone. Всем hello, дорогие друзья, кто присоединяется к трансляции. This is Daivin, our guest for today's session. Please, Daivin, could you tell us more about yourself? Who are you? What are you? Where are you from? Just please.
So, yeah, I'm an English teacher, online English teacher as well, and technically now in Ireland, but physically not in Ireland. Physically stuck in Denmark, but yeah, live in Ireland. And I was born in Vilnius, Lithuania, and then I moved to London, the UK, and then to Cork Island. So I've been living there and teaching there, and I used to be an ESL English teacher all my life. So
I see. And as far as I know, you have Russian roots. Am I right?
You see, it's not technically Russian. My dad has a bit of Russian background. Yeah. My dad. I'm from mixed family, mixed background.
Cool. So, and I know that you prepare students for TOEFL, right? TOEFL.
Yeah.
And IELTS. And I am and I prepare students for the Russian state exam. And my audience is especially interested in this topic. So I have several questions for you, Daivin, and you are as a native speaker. I think you may help in some questions for today. Okay, I want you to could you please help us to, because paraphrasing essay topics is
so good. So we have our own jokes, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just our own personal jokes. So we итак, давайте немножечко на русском, чтобы, может быть, ребятам было покомфортнее. Смотрите, ребята и коллеги-преподаватели, кто присоединяется, вы также можете задать какие-то больные вопросы, на которые вот касательно ЕГЭ и, может быть, английского языка, в которых может особенно помочь native speaker. Когда я задала вопросы, многие из вас растерялись и, видимо, не знают, что спросить. Поэтому мне хотелось бы, чтобы наши сессии с Дайвин были регулярными. Если они для вас будут интересны, дайте знать, пожалуйста. Мы обязательно сохраним этот лайв, и Дайвин выложит на своем YouTube-канале. Кстати, подписывайтесь на Дайвин. И, вот.
Приглашай на Do English, да, тоже ко мне.
Да. На английские уроки можно к ней записаться, но не в этом как бы сегодня тема. Смотрите, пожалуйста, задавайте ваши вопросы здесь во время лайв-трансляции, и от себя, на мой взгляд, самое непростое для студентов, которые готовятся к ЕГЭ по английскому языку, это перефраз темы эссе. Вот этот подбор синонимов, это все очень непросто, поэтому у меня есть вот несколько вопросов к Дайвин. Дайвин, please, could you help us to paraphrase some essay topics, like, for example, computers can replace people. Computers.
Okay. Probably computers. Probably it's a keyword. We won't change keywords. Yes. So work for people. Certain tasks accomplished by people may be accomplished by artificial intelligence in the future.
Yeah, I agree with you. And what about the verb to substitute? Is it correct?
Substitute, yeah, could be used as well as substitute. They can, you see, a substitute, it's kind of, it should be replaced or substitute. Computers can substitute people in the future. Artificial intelligence can substitute manpower. Yeah, possible, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Dear students, please write down the ideas. Okay, thank you very much. One more topic for you, Daivin, is essay topic. Internet is a way of killing time. Internet, could you help us to paraphrase
wasting. We can say wasting time. Yes, waste time. Or spend time inefficiently.
Spend time inefficiently.
Okay. Yeah. I always recommend my students to open Thesaurus, thesaurus.com, and every time they run out of ideas, just put the verb or noun or whatever they're planning to replace in Thesaurus and just go through the synonyms that are given and check the synonyms in Cambridge. Yeah? So Cambridge dictionary with all the definitions and explanations, and both Americans and British variants are given there, and just put Thesaurus and open in two windows, let's say Thesaurus and Cambridge, and straight away, like, okay, these guys, substitute, boom, copy paste to Cambridge dictionary and check, okay, that works, that doesn't work, and kind of things like that. And by doing this, they will find many more synonyms and everything. So, I don't know, that works for my
Thank you for the idea. And what about the grammatical way of paraphrasing sentences? Because we also use it in YEGA. Grammatical way, the grammatical structure.
Yeah, you see, our YEGA, like Lithuanian one, where I used to be in the panel, I used to be in the makeup panel and then correction panel. So what we were looking at in the paraphrasing always, how students, let's say, replace simple words into more complex, grammar especially, right? If we're talking here grammar, passive voice. If we see some people think this is like a bell here, right? It is
use passive form.
Yeah, it is thought. For example, if we see, if possible, impersonal constructions, it is thought. Or if they're really so advanced and they know how to use impersonal construction, personal construction, not impersonal. For example, computers are thought to replace people, right?
Yeah.
If they run out of ideas, they can, if they don't know what to use instead of replace, just choose different grammar, and that's kind of replacement as well.
And I would say that it is it's a safer way to paraphrase essay topics, especially for Russian students, because it's hard to find correct synonyms sometimes. So that is why I usually recommend my students to paraphrase essay topics in a grammatical way. And usually essay topics in the Russian state exam has an impersonal structure, and we usually change it into a personal one. So one more topic for you. Daivin, if you please. The topic is learning foreign languages. It should be compulsory to learn a foreign language.
Mandatory.
Mandatory, absolutely agreed. And what about
instead of should, ought to?
By the way, what about modal verbs? Do you recommend your students to paraphrase them or stay as it is?
You see, I try to push to make more formal, more advanced, right, if possible. So instead of should, ought to is more formal, right? Or instead of, for example, can, if possible, may. May is the most formal, right? So if possible, to replace can by may, I would push for this, yes.
But you see, modal verbs have different meanings. Like
So
can is not may. Can is not may. Should
Let's
is
say
not.
It can be done. It may be done. Like in this instance, if it's like kind of a possibility.
I see. Thank you for the recommendation. One more topic.
Because like, you know, like when they sorry, pardon. Oh, yeah, my bad. You see, when we mark essay, right, we look at the complex structures. You see, I don't know, like that used to be in Lithuania, right? When I was marking essays in Lithuania in YEGA, yes, Unified State Exams, we were looking at complex grammar. What we would be looking at, definitely having passives, definitely at least 2-3 tenses, so it's not all present simple or past simple, and variety of modals. So if it's everywhere can, if it's at least something, so can, may, okay, might, even though it's less formal, but still. So basically variety. So we would be looking into variety. So yeah, that's what markers want to see, complex grammar variety. But I'm not sure how it is in YEGA in Russia.
You see, so now we're talking about introduction of an essay, but I totally agree with you that in the body of an essay, students should use a variety of modal verbs and usual verbs. Yes, but what about paraphrasing? Shouldn't it be much close to the topic as
yeah meaning should stay the same, totally, yes.
I see. So one more topic for you, maybe the last, and your questions then. Young people should follow career paths of their parents.
Okay. Follow career path. That's good one. Tricky.
Tricky. By the way, young people, can we use a synonym? What synonyms can we use with young people? Can it be children, young ones?
Well,
adolescents.
There are minors, children, yeah, depending on the situation, teenagers. But you see offspring, but offspring again, depending on the context. In this particular context, youngsters or even students would go well.
What about young ones? What about young ones?
But you see, young ones, it's okay, but it should be more context. You can't just start young ones. It should be the young and the young ones, you know, like
adolescent.
elderly. Yeah. It could be. Yeah, this is possible. You see, teenagers, that's why I'm saying they would all know teenagers. This word for sure. So,
So
like,
young.
people, like I say, because people everywhere, let's say public, members of public, citizens, um, you see, kids, we all know that it's very informal, even though some students want to use it. In this instance, because we can kind of even change a bit students after they finish school, right? We can kind of
Like that.
make it clever way, kind of you expand, but you still stick to the topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teens, I see somebody's writing teens. You see, teens, it's a bit informal, like
Teens
teens.
is informal.
Yeah, it's kind of it can be marked down for informality. Yeah, so I wouldn't go with
Mm-hmm.
teens, teenagers
So
then.
just what are the best synonyms? Top synonyms for
Yeah.
young people,
Mm-hmm.
like
The youth, right? We could
the
say the
youth.
youth,
Mm-hmm.
right? Youngsters,
Uh-huh.
right? But
Youngsters.
again, it's not too formal, youngsters. Like minors, but it's kids, it's children, young children, minors, but they are very young.
Mm-hmm.
This is not young. Um, Parents could be, like if we kind of change, for example, um, parents should encourage, let's say, children to follow their career path or something, like kind of, I'm not saying that works perfectly. Oh, sorry, my dog is
Mm-hmm.
here. Stopwatch, sorry. Kind of, if we can change the structure again, but
And
I
can we
would
use,
go, uh-huh.
I'm sorry, just sorry to interrupt you. Can we use the opposite variant of paraphrasing,
Yeah.
like to choose, or like maybe children or adolescents, so they are supposed to choose their career
Mhm.
independently.
That's a
Uh,
very good one. But again, if they start like this, they need to think what their thesis statement would look like. Because introduction should have three parts, right? General statement, paraphrasing, title, and thesis statement. If they write it this way, will it not drive them away from the thesis statement? So they need to think. If they paraphrase title this way, would they be able to have proper thesis statements which corresponds with the title? Do you know?
Good question.
So like it shouldn't drive them away. What I always tell them, okay, first write your thesis statement, and then from thesis statement write your paraphrasing and general statement, because general statement like career, it's very hard to choose career path and blah blah blah, right? Then paraphrasing the title, and then thesis statement. But I know in your essay it's a bit different structure, you see, that's why it's a bit kind of weird for me, because your structure is different, isn't it?
Yes,
You
it's
don't
it's a
have
bit
thesis
different.
statement. No.
We have 2 points of view in the introductory abstract,
No.
and that's all. Mainly, that's all. Two
So you
points of
don't
view.
like, yeah, it's a bit further down the line, right? You express your thesis statement, yeah. So yeah, we can go like you've mentioned, yeah, opposite, right, for sure. Or we can go the way, let's say, putting parents, like parents should not encourage children as well, could be, depending what they're going to write. So as
Mm-hmm.
long as the topic is revealed, I don't see a problem changing wording.
I see, I see. So I think we should stop here with our essay topics and turn to your questions, maybe.
Yeah. So why is the structure so different from all other essays that are out there?
I have no idea. I think that Russians don't want to follow, so maybe they want to follow their own path. make their own way in learning English, in teaching English. Somehow the structure is a bit too formal and too strange even, but we just play this game.
So first paragraph should have like general statement, isn't it? It's just general introduction of the topic. Am I right?
Yes, we paraphrase the topic, paraphrase, and give two opposite points of view on the topic.
Like in the introduction, right?
Yeah, in the introduction.
And when do they express their thesis statement? Like if they support this idea or they agree or disagree with their thesis.
So next abstracts are for the expressing opinion on this topic.
Okay, so second paragraph would have like stating clearly your point of view, your thesis.
Yeah, your point of view, and the next one, the opposite point of view.
Okay, like and then in the conclusion, can they mention this opposite point of view again?
Better not. Better not. You may say, just to sum up, so this question is quite controversial, but I strongly believe that blah, 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 my point of view is correct. So this is the structure.
Interesting.
So it's a bit different from...
From
TOEFL, for example, or IELTS.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we have everything in the first paragraph. We provide general statement, paraphrasing of the title, and thesis statement. I completely agree. I totally disagree. I partially agree for several reasons. And then body 1, topic sentence, first reason. Body 2, topic sentence, second reason. And you might include opposite opinion. If not, you are not obliged to. And then conclusion, summary of the whole essay or introduction, in other words.
Окей, Дайвин. Итак, дорогие друзья, те, кто тут все-таки у нас русская публика в основном, подведем небольшой итог нашей онлайн-сессии. Первое, пожалуйста, дайте знать, если вам это понравилось, ставьте лайки, и если вы хотите, чтобы мы регулярно с Дайвин выходили в онлайн и обсуждали какие-то вопросы, которые вам интересны, пожалуйста, ставьте плюс под записью этой трансляции, я обязательно ее сохраню, и у Дайвин также вы можете найти эту запись. И основные моменты, то, что мы обсудили на русском, перефраз темы, да, перефраз нескольких тем. Вы можете просмотреть запись и оценить перефраз, для себя какие-то идеи почерпнуть, как можно перефразировать синонимы, антонимы. И что еще? И основной момент – это, конечно, то, что ЕГЭ значительно отличается от других экзаменов. Вот, вы можете писать нам, пишите мне в директ, какие-то задавайте вопросы, подкидывайте интересные темы, которые мы можем обсудить с Дайвин. So, thank you very much, Daivin, for your time. My pleasure.
Thank you for having me. And yeah, keep in touch. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Keep in touch. Bye. Bye. See you. Bye.